Hey guys, so today I was just messing around in Red Dead Online when I noticed a Murfree group attacking someone on a stagecoach. They robbed their stagecoach and as you can see, it's just terrible. Stagecoach is destroyed, horses ran off, everything doesn't look good. And by the looks of it, these guys look like hillbilly redneck Skinner brothers, but they're actually not Skinner brothers. They are the Murfree Brood, and the Murfree Brood is a rip-off Skinner brother gang. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, rip-off Skinner brother gang. They live in around Ansburg. They live in New Hanover, but in the around O'Crae's Run, Ansburg, and Roanoke Ridge. And right here, I'm just delivering the stranger to the drop-off, and I'll be back when I finish that to talk with you on their campsite and the size of the group and what they do. Okay, so I just finished the mission, and now I'm going to talk with you guys on the size of the Murfree Brood. Now, one thing that's confusing about the Murfree Brood is after you raid Beaver Hollow, they have no other campsites. Unlike the Skinner Brothers. The Skinner Brothers, you can find hundreds of campsites spread out everywhere. But with the Murfree Brood, the second that you raid Beaver Hollow, they have no campsites. Yet, they still have over 1 million members, which I find very confusing. But to the size, yeah, they are very large. You can, from Van Horn to Ansburg, in O'Crae's Run to Ansburg, they are everywhere. Everywhere. Spread it across the place, tormenting anybody that sets up camp there or is riding a wagon through there. And it's kind of crazy how, they have no campsites. There's nowhere for them to camp out, but they're still so relevant in these areas. Now, another thing is what they do. Now, what they do is just terrible. In the mission that's Murfree country, I believe, you, Charles, go and you raid Beaver Hollow, and what you find there is it's kind of gruesome. You find a young girl who has been kidnapped, who is being tortured, and she has to be forced to watch people get tortured. They take people's limbs off, they burn them alive, they torture them in every way possible. It is really just terrible. Although right here it's pretty cool because I find a 3-star American red fox and some goose eggs. But back to the actual Murfree Brood. Yeah, they are just terrible people. They are murdering psychopaths that what Charles described the Skinners as angry men on a rampage, and that's also a perfect way to describe the Murfree Brood. The Murfree Brood is also angry men on a rampage. They are men that are spread from O'Crae's Run to Ansburg, Van Horn to Ansburg, committing murders along the way, robbing everybody that they see. What they do is they rob people and then torture them. Now I'm just gonna ride down to Beaver Hollow, and I will see you guys when I get there. Okay guys, so I'm approaching Beaver Hollow right here, and Beaver Hollow is a camp that the Murfrees are at. In online it's abandoned because they can't really have much of a story for online. There's not really much of a story for the campsites, as there is in story mode, but you can still see all of the signs that they are there, but you know, the enemies aren't actually there. The place has plenty of, you know, stuff left there proving that people are there. The fires are lit, and right there, as you can see, it's a guy's head on a pike. These even more proof that these guys are just not good people. And this camp is actually really large. It's a giant cave that is really scary to go down through, especially thinking that next second you're gonna have Murfrees dropping from the roof, stabbing you with machetes. And these guys are just gruesome killers on rampages. And as you explore this camp, you just find even more signs that people are there, which it kind of sucks that they didn't add enemies to the online, yet it kind of would be confusing for, like, if you raid the camp, then it's gonna get a little bit more confusing if you show up with someone that hasn't raided it and like generating enemies. But I feel like they could have like done something where if someone that, you know, something better so that it would, enemies could spawn there and it was a raidable camp, because that would be a lot cooler than just cave that has signs of people being there and working there, but you know, nothing actually there. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I can kind of see why Rockstar didn't add enemies. But that's it for you guys. That's a summary of the Murfree Brood. Their campsite is Beaver Hollow. They're torturous people on a rampage from O'Crea's Run to Ansburg.